G'day guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Danny Bird. If you're a new viewer, welcome. I ask you to consider subscribing to the channel. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Hopefully my previous videos are helping your golf game improve. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what I have learned from watching Seve Ballesteros. Now, some of you guys are going to look at this video and go, who? Some of you guys are going to be similar in age to myself, or maybe even older, and going to know. So Seve was one of the greatest swingers of a golf club, one of the greatest players to ever play the game, in my opinion. I could sit and watch his swing for hours. Such great rhythm, such great timing, and it just looked so very up and down, uncomplicated, and yet when need be, he could hit some of the most outlandish shots you will have ever seen. So one of the main key points that I would pick up when you watch Seve Ballesteros is how he sets his hands at address. Far too often I will see golfers struggling with their accuracy and they will get their hands low. And not just low, but they'll create a little bit of a hinge in their wrist at setup. So they'll create this left hand here, will lower down, they get a little bit of a hinge in the setup here, and then the club's going to come through, more likely hit the ground early, close club face, we're going to see the golf ball go left. Or they're going to try to manipulate through point of contact, hit the ball offline. If you watch Seve, and I'm going to post a video up right now for you, you can see his swing. When you watch him at address, he has what I would class kind of like soft arms, but that stems from his wrist position. So when you look at his trail wrist when he sets up, his trail wrist is just angled, what I would consider to be flat. Okay, so he gets himself into this position where the hands are kind of raised. But when you do this, and I'd encourage you to grab a golf club and give this a try, but just by simply holding the club this way, all of a sudden, my arms and my elbows feel relaxed. When I put my arms down and I lower myself back into my traditional posture, I can feel tension through the back of my arms, through my elbows here, and down through the back of my forearm. The moment I get that little bit of a raise, my arms all of a sudden feel relaxed. And then from here, I've got this freedom to allow them to maneuver themselves. I can have a little bit of lag through having some softness in the arms, and you'll have a more free-flowing tempo. Now, this is kind of important if we want to strike the golf ball well. As we discussed, hands get low, we put tension through the body. The tension through the arms in particular makes it hard to reposition the club because we're not robots. We don't always swing perfectly on the way back. We certainly don't want to be locked into a position where we don't have the ability to reorientate or move that golf club. So by simply getting that right wrist where it sets up a little bit higher, we'll make the arms feel a little bit softer, which will give us the ability to swing through. You'll actually find that you have a high probability that you'll increase your club head speed ever so slightly. You'll also find it a lot easier to bring the club through a little bit squarer. Again, if you get your hands set low, you're either going to maintain them feeling low, so that wrist hinge that's set up is either going to remain there, we're going to then pull the club, hit the heel into the ground, flip it over, or you're going to compensate. And we're going to get some high weak shots. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do, try to pick up a golf club. If you can indoors, you don't need to swing to hit the golf ball for this one. I just want you to do some work where we're just trying to get used to feeling that wrist sitting a little bit higher, a little bit softer, making some half swings, let the club work through. And consider the next time you're at the driving range, try to hit some shots where you're aware of your normal setup. We'll go through, everything else remains the same. The only thing we're going to do is just that setup. I'm just going to position my right hand up a little bit higher, try to feel a little bit softer. And hopefully you guys will hit some pretty much line balls yourself. As always guys, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch today's video, and for some of you guys that might have been an introduction into who Seve Ballesteros was. I encourage you to go and watch some of his video content online because honestly, whilst it may be old, it is absolute gold. If you liked today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Those little thumbs up go a long way to spreading the reach of the video, therefore allowing me to have the time to create more free content and hopefully help you guys keep improving your game. If you have a comment about today, maybe a question, please feel free to put it in the comment section below. As you will see in all my previous videos, I do get back to all comments that are made. If you know someone that needs some help with their game. Maybe they're struggling with their ball striking and you feel like this could be a video that would help them, please feel free to share it with them. If you haven't already, I ask you to please consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell. Make sure you do click the bell because the little bell will notify you when the videos get released. And at the moment, we're dropping 3 videos each and every week. Until next time, guys, happy golfing.